Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of My Kommunity. And I'm here with the lovely Theresa Loconsolo. How you doing, Theresa?
I'm doing great, John. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, man. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Theresa, why don't you tell the class a little bit about yourself before we get into it today?
Yeah, so this is always a hard question because it's so broad. Like, what do I?
It is. It's a generic. Yeah.
I'm 28. I'm a Sagittarius. No, so I guess really, as far as like me and just things that I like people to know about me is I'm sure I'm friends with your wife. I've been friends with Katie since high school. She's one of my loves. And she maybe could tell you from early on in our friendship, she had to help me with math class because I was actually busy drawing comics the whole time.
I didn't know that. That's so dope.
Yeah. So, for a hot second in high school, I actually sold comics that I made. I would take little like commissions from classmates. And yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm not kidding. Like I would actually do this. There was this kid, that used to sit, it was like Katie, this guy, then me. And his name was Vinny, and me and Vinny would pass a sheet back and forth, and we would each do like panels and then trade, and then continue the story. And it was so much fun. So, just like as far as things you'll likely see me doing, committing to the bit, and then having that bit be drawn to some extent.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, I know for a fact because you created that avatar thing of being Katie, and that was like one of my first memories of you. That was like pretty early on in the relationship. No,
yeah,
that was like maybe like a half a year or a year in or something.
Yeah, that was probably like late 2020 something like that.
Oh man. But that's fantastic, Theresa, and that's a great segue into what we're going to talk about, which is hobbies with maybe a splash of spooky stuff. Again, we'll see if we get there.
We'll see.
We'll see if we get there. But all right, Theresa. So please tell us about your passions. What do we got for the audience today?
Yeah. So actually, solid setup with the avatar drawing. So truly like when I have downtime, because right now my work full time is podcasting. So I live in the audio space and all that. And so when I'm not staring at a screen, I try to force myself to like sketch or paint or do like pottery or something. So as far as hobby goes, I feel like I need to have my hands moving at all times.
Yeah, idle hands. Well, what's that phrase?
Are the devil's playthings.
Really?
So,
oh, Jesus Christ. That was not the one I was going for.
There we go.
That works. That works.
Immediately to spooky. So we got
there. So, all right, we're halfway there.
But yeah, I don't even know how to say like where I started. So my mom is not an artist in like the traditional sense. Like she never had a studio or anything like that. But earliest memories of her, she was always drawing things or painting things. And so you're a DC guy. Teen Titans was my like first, I could probably like earliest childhood memories of a cartoon. I was like, oh yeah, I'm obsessed with this thing. So
really, the Teen Titans.
The Teen Titans.
Wow, they're a great pick. Boy. Yeah, I mean the TV show, I would assume, right? Yeah. Okay. Very good.
What my mom would do is if she couldn't find toys for me, she would draw them and like make paper toys out of the character or whatever for me to play with.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so dope.
So somewhere in my parents' house is like a drawn on cardboard, very true to style. Like she learned it, Robin. So I was very, very inspired by her and started like meticulously drawing characters that I liked and then went from there. So yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. Do you have any like pieces or pics that really like demonstrate you as a person? Like obviously, so we're talking, I would assume this is elementary school or something like that. Okay. So now we're past elementary school, like in phases of life. Do we have like the high school Theresa obviously was, I guess, the comic panels or something like that.
Yep.
What about college life, Theresa?
That's a good question. College, Teresa, I think that's when I was mostly focused on audio because that was the new thing for me.
Okay.
So what the art itself looked like was truly like journal sketches.
Really? Okay.
And trying to get things in where I could. Because then after that, when life opened up again, that's when I got to get into painting, which is normally like acrylics and flowers. And it's the fun stuff, the stuff that you could just look at, not put a lot of thought or care about, okay, does this actually look like the person I'm trying to paint? Or like what? So that's what it ended up looking like
Okay.
around that, like let's say late college, early 20s.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. I guess that then we transitioned then to the audio life because obviously this is what you do for a living. This is another one of your passions. Like, break it down for us. Well, how's the audio life treating you, Teresa?
The audio life is fun. I gotta say, so like, I remember one of the college classes I took was just, it was just an audio editing class. So it was more about storytelling and they gave us free reign. They were like, come up with a story and try to make it audio.
Oh, dope.
And we got put into groups to put it together. And so we keep coming back to spooky. It was a haunted house. It was a haunted.
We're gonna get there. I'm telling you.
We did. Our theme music, which totally could not be resurfaced and published today for copyright reasons, was the Luigi's Mansion audio.
Dope theme. Oh my god.
Oh, it was so great.
Oh my god.
It was me, this girl Sabrina, and then these guys, Paul and Glenn. So we had a full cast. Paul was very down to do voices, so he was like 6 different characters.
Oh, did he do like the Luigi and like?
He was the ghost. He was the frat bro investigating the house.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we stole the theme music. We did not.
Oh, you didn't use the
IP.
character. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
But so we did that, which was like layers on layers. And the girl Sabrina and I stayed, because this was one of those things where it ends up being your final project. So we spent an entire like 8-hour Saturday locked in this soundproofed like audio lab. And I remember it was probably like 6 in the evening. We realized we hadn't eaten. We'd been in there all day and we were not arguing, but we were very dedicated to finding a specific gear sound because we needed it to be convincing. And we looked at each other and we were like, you know, I think we might actually be in the right field. Yeah.
So the podcast you do right now is, I believe it's a financial podcast, correct?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that life.
That life.
Oh man.
So, I had to learn about the subject on the fly because I do the behind the scenes stuff first. Like that's what I know. The actual finance and tech side of things, I am not the subject matter expert, which is why I'm not the one on the mic for that. No, so that podcast it's for a news outlet that specifically focuses on like tech companies and how those companies get money and build themselves up and all that.
Oh, so like what is it called? Like venture capitalists?
Exactly.
And stuff like that. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So it's a mix of like interviews with venture capitalists and like founders and stuff. And then we also have another episode at the end of the week that takes all of the news and tries to run through it, like news specifically in that category. And all of the people I work with are journalists. So thankfully, multiple people know about venture capital on my show. And I know about making them sound good. So together we have a show.
Synergy.
Yes.
That's how we do it.
That's corporate terms.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But that's really cool. I like it's funny when it comes to like business acronyms and like terms and stuff like that. Like I don't know if you knew this. I went to business school and yeah, I got my MBA and I probably still know as much about the business world as someone that has like never been in any corporate environment whatsoever.
You could do my job.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm generally clueless about that space. Like I was watching, what's it called? This show Adults or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And this guy was like, I'm interviewing for a job in fintech, and I thought to myself, I'm like, fintech, financial tech.
Yep.
And then he had the moment where he was like, maybe I like, do you know what that means? And he's like, yeah, it means fintech. And it's like, no. It was just, it was a real wake up moment where I was like, wow, I really am clueless about the business world, but it's okay.
It is okay.
Stronger heads do prevail, right? But on that note, I think the audience wants to hear a spooky story. I think we should go for one if you have one for us.
Okay.
Yeah. On the spot.
On the spot. Yeah, I gotta think about it. So, a spooky story, not something I experienced, but I can share one of my mom's.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, man, and as soon as I said that, I thought of like 5 other stories of hers. So the woman's dealt with some stuff. But so my mom is fully Puerto Rican, God-fearing, loving woman, and as such, very superstitious.
Okay.
And highly convinced that like everything is haunted, no matter where it came from. So, but growing up, when she lived in Puerto Rico, her mom used to tell my uncles like, "Hey, you got to make sure that you get home before midnight, because there's a bridge in the town that they lived in that like you had to cross the bridge to get home, and there's that whole like." I'm pretty sure it was that little like La Llorona spooky story type stuff that she was trying to do. So my grandma would tell them like, listen, there is a woman that appears under the bridge and she's crying and combing her hair, long black hair, white dress, all that. And so naturally they would like book it home. But according to my mother, one of my uncles did see the woman, and that's why he's a little strange to this day.
Just forever
change.
Forever change, just a bit. All right. I got one for you.
Yes.
I this is, since we're regaling tales of our family stories, I won't tell one of mine, but I'll tell one of my babu, which is Greek for grandfather. So again, he was a great storyteller, and he I believe he was in Russia at the time or something like that, and he saw this man in like a cloak, right? And he noticed like the man had like a weird hump in front, almost like looked like he was like pregnant. It was really, really strange. And he because my babu or grandfather, I'll just say grandfather for the audience's sake, was he was like eyeing him down. He's like, oh, he's like, curiosity killed the cat. He goes on the train and he goes in the seat in front of him. And these were basically those kind of seats where you're in, like, I guess kind of like a room, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like those trains that have like their own like sections, basically.
Like the dining cart type?
Yeah. Like in, I think Hogwarts, like how Harry had, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. That's the best analogy I got.
It worked. It helped.
Yeah. All right. but there was like a little bit of a crack in the thing. So he looks in the crack, and out under the cloak is a child. And in the man then unhinged his jaw.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. This is intense.
Okay.
And ate the baby.
My arms are holy shit.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, my grandfather, probably about 10 at the time, and again, who knows if this is just bullshit or not.
Right.
But nearly shit his brains out, and he goes to the conductor and he tells him what just transpired. The conductor obviously laughs at him and is like, you're a crazy kid, whatever he says to him. And the man in the cloak heard that my grandfather did this. So, yeah. So my grandfather got off at the next station and lived to tell the tale, I guess.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He was too big.
Yeah.
I would have needed a bigger mouth.
Yeah. to a child,
That's
I guess.
terrifying.
Isn't that something?
That is so horrible.
That is like something from like I don't know, like a Blumhouse movie or some
Yeah.
shit, right? Oh my God. I was like, even if that is like a fake tale, I was like, Grandpa, like you were watching like Frankenstein. It's like, what happened to you as a kid?
Right. Like, what did you? I doubt this man saw anything that graphic on the screen at the time.
That's exactly that justified that to happen. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, that was something. Give me one more. Give me another.
God. Okay. So, still, again, we're telling family stories. Here.
Okay.
To my mom. So thinking of the other things that she's experienced. So she lived in Long Branch for a little while, and there's a house that, like, if you're going towards Pure Village down 36, you will likely pass it. It's one of the side streets.
Sure.
And so at the time, she lived with a cousin, and the cousin's like, I don't know if it was his wife or just like then girlfriend or what.
Okay.
But this woman was into some shit. And like they would find like hex bags and things. Like this woman was actively practicing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so my mom swears that one night, because they lived in the attic room, it was almost like big enough to justify housing a family. Like it wasn't like they were stuffed in this little Harry Potter type room. Also, 2 shout outs. Why not? But so she was up there in her bed, and it was true like Conjuring style. Something grabbed her foot and pulled her to the end of the bed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And she wakes.
Well, not actually.
Well, not actually.
Yeah, like
quite
Satan or
the
something.
opposite, probably. And so, but like she swears that there was absolutely nothing in the room with her. Like it was just like moved blanket, foot too far. Can't justify being where she was on the bed.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure they left the house as soon as they could.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. As one should.
As one should.
Right.
All right, so I was thinking of I got one more for you. Same person. He's a college man now.
Okay.
Didn't want to go to college whatsoever, and was looking for every reason not to go to college. Well, he got his reason. Spoiler alert. So he was in a college. I forget, it was a college obviously in New York. I forget where or what it was, but there was basically a tunnel between the college and like a park, like the city or whatever the case may be. So one night, my grandfather, he's going for a night walk. I don't know if you ever do night walks. I've had issues with night walks. Clearly, he's had issues for night walks. Shouldn't do night walks.
Don't do those.
Yeah, don't do those.
Yeah.
Even in suburbia, it's still bad.
Nope.
Like, yeah, no good. But he goes on a night walk, and he's walking, and he starts to hear like footsteps behind him. And obviously he's not thinking anything of it at the moment, but then they start to pick up a bit. And he's like, okay, gonna go a little bit faster. Now they're going faster. And he's like, shit, time to book it.
Right.
Now they're booking it. So he books it all the way to his I forgot the main part of the story. Shit.
Okay. We can cut this.
Yes. Before I get into it, his roommate, who he didn't like, said he was going to be out of town for the rest of the week. So his roommate is gone.
So he's alone.
Yeah, so he's alone. So he goes, he books it all the way to his room. closes the door behind him, locks it. I think he hides in the closet or something. I shit you not. There's silence and like probably could hear like nothing but like the air. And then he hears a cough. He books it out of that room, never returns to college again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, clearly my grandfather had some traumatic experiences. Again, if any of these things are real, but
Oh
yeah.
my God. He honestly, I'm sure he could coin his own urban legends. You know, at this point.
Yeah.
And is he telling you these over coffee? Like, is it just a casual revelation?
No. These were told by my dad. Like these were stories I guess he regaled to my dad, and then he passed them on to me. And I remember them like telling me as a kid, "Is like, why are you telling me? Like, I'm 5. Like,
Oh, look, it stuck with you. So it made sense.
It did. But yeah, no, that's something, man. They're those spooky stories. They'll get you literally. I feel like.
I see, and now I feel like we have to tee up the episode with our dear friend Shemin, because she's gonna come in with heavier hitters.
Yes,
I will say.
Yes. Well, the thing is, no, we could say this because it doesn't even really matter to me. But the way this podcast is formatted is it's in genre. So I don't know if hobbies is going to come first. I guess I should put it first. So
well.
Yeah.
Or this could be from the past.
Yeah,
this could just be like really
we're in a time machine,
chapter.
right? Yeah, exactly. But yes, Shmen, I guarantee we'll have loads of stories to regale the audience for sure. But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to add? Hobbies or spooky story wise?
Hobbies or spooky story wise?
Yeah.
There is one that ties it all together.
Oh, fantastic! Let's wrap this shit up.
I do have a podcast recommendation.
Oh, okay.
For people who like first person horror stories.
Okay, great.
So there's this podcast called Spooked. So like spooky, and it is truly just that. It's almost like any of those like sci-fi channel haunted type stuff where people just come on and tell their encounters. But it's beautifully produced. Like they put the spooky music in the background. They've got a dedicated music guy that's definitely just like chained to a synth. So good. So highly recommend if you want to get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything you want to plug on for you? Like, is there any like your art or your audio or?
Oh my God, my art. Well,
do you have like a website or?
I do. My Instagram for my art stuff is at Theresa Designs Art. Super creative title. I had several like lamer ones before that though, so I think we're just gonna leave her alone for now. But yeah, no, I've been trying to get more into. I've been trying to get back to drawing, back to doing digital art.
Nice.
And there's actually, for people in the region, there's, it's, I think like a sketch club. This girl somewhere in Monmouth County is feeling like I'm sure a lot of us feel with our corporate gigs that we need to get back to just creating things in our downtime.
Of course.
So she's been getting people together and she does like monthly meetups. Like she just did one at the brewery on Monmouth Street.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where she got people together, had, you know, pretty much everything but the sketchbook. Like pencils, colored pencils, like just bring your own book and show up. And it was like arts and crafts with beer. So fun.
Yeah.
And I think more people should do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's so important. And I totally agree with what you're saying where with the corporate draining experience that is corporate America.
9 to 5s.
Yeah. I feel that it is important for the creative outreach and creative expression because it really helps us express ourselves. As late as that sounds.
No, it's important.
It really is. But Theresa, it was an absolute pleasure. Thanks for being on. I hope you had fun and. Next time we'll hunt narwhals. I don't know. We'll do something.